Welcome back to our Hailstorm implementation series by Dent Ops, where we share strategies, tools, and resources to help you maximize your hailstorm. In this video, we're going to talk about quick evaluations versus full estimates, how they can help you save hours writing full estimates before a customer fully commits to your shop for repairs, and also help you to convert more leads into paid jobs. On this page, on the right side of my screen here, you can actually see an example of the quick evaluations that we're going to go over, and I'm going to show you how to create. And you'll notice that they look pretty different from an actual full estimate. The only numbers we actually have on here are the damage repair cost evaluation. In this case, we just have $4,500 to $5,500. And the way that you can look at this type of document is it's really just giving a general ballpark to a customer versus going through and creating a detailed line item estimate that can take 30 minutes to an hour or more sometimes. This takes 5, maybe 10 minutes max. Helps you collect all of the customer's information, all of the important things, add some notes if you need to, and gives a damage repair cost estimation there. And it's very, very clear that it's a preliminary evaluation. It's not a full and final estimate. So this is very quick to create, and it saves you a ton of time versus writing a full estimate for a customer. So let's talk about the benefits of using quick evaluations versus writing full estimates every single time. And then I'll show you actually how to create it using our free Dent Ops Estimator software. So why do we use quick evaluations? First off, quick evaluations give customers what they need to start off. A lot of times insurance companies, if the hailstorm rolls through, an insurance company will tell a customer, go get estimates or go get an estimate. Now that doesn't really help you as a repair shop because an estimate doesn't equal getting to fix the car. So if you spend your time writing estimates all day long, it doesn't guarantee you that you're actually going to get that work. And really all that the insurance company is helping the customer to realize is, one, is it worth actually filing a claim? And two, it's buying the insurance company a little bit more time to do something with that claim. So when you write a full estimate, it's not actually doing a whole lot of good for the customer. Really what the customer needs is, one, just something letting the insurance company know there is in fact damage. A professional repair facility has looked at this and there is damage on here. And two, if a customer hasn't actually filed a claim yet, they might just be trying to figure out if it makes sense for them to file a claim. So quick evaluations are really, really good at helping customers come to that conclusion and helping you to guide them through that process. Second off for you, quick evaluations provide a rapid customer qualification tool. It helps you to very quickly qualify a customer or vehicle before committing deeper to them, before doing more like a full estimate or getting into the claim, including assigning a repair level. Now, if you're not familiar with what a repair level is, check out one of our other videos on using repair levels for triage and scheduling. Quick evaluations, we have repair levels built into it. So it's really, really great resource. So check out that video, use it with your quick evaluations and your full estimates. Quick evaluations also help you with improved customer retention by just giving you something tangible that you can actually hand to the customer, to the vehicle owner, or that you can digitally send to them, whether it's via email or text message or however it is that you prefer to communicate. It gives them something tangible that they can take away with them, which makes it more likely that they'll actually come back. Statistically, way more likely that the customer will choose your full repairs or come back to your repair facility. Also, it gives you their contact information so that you can continue to follow up with them and they don't just walk out your front door without you doing anything with the customer. And then finally, it's an operational efficiency tool. So it saves a lot of time by helping you to filter out the tire kickers that are coming in and just looking for estimates that aren't really planning on getting their car fixed, and avoiding time writing unnecessary full estimates. So let's talk about what does this look like. Again, here's what this document looks like in general. And I'm going to show you how to create this using our free estimator, Dent Ops Estimator software. So if I pull this up right here, you can access this at app.dentops.com. You do need a free Dent Ops account in order to be able to access this. Watch our video on getting set up with and configuring your Dent Ops account in order to be able to utilize this. But once we're in here, I'm at app.dentops.com, signed into a demo account right now. And there are a couple ways you can create a quick evaluation. First off, if you're going from scratch, you can go to New Estimate and then just select Quick Evaluation and then just follow the steps. Go through this process. I'm not going to go through it right now because I used a customer intake form for an example here. But if I exit, the other way that you can create a quick evaluation and make this a really, really nice customer experience for your customers who are coming in is to utilize our digital intake form. Again, we have another video on that, so check out that video if you're not familiar, but I'm going to give you a very high level of it right now. Under Opportunities, you can click View Intake Form, find the correct sub-profile. We're just going to assume this is my main shop. I want to do customer intake, and then you either provide this QR code, print out, document you can frame or put on your front desk that customers can scan that has instructions on it, or do this intake link. This is what their intake looks like as they're going through it. They'll be able to provide their information. They'll be able to provide the vehicle information, and they'll be able to provide their insurance information. They'll hit submit, and then it'll show up in your opportunities. So if I click opportunities, I've already created one that we're going to use in order to create this quick evaluation. So now that we have a customer who's filled out the intake form and we're ready to do this quick evaluation, I'm just going to click the option here and we'll see create an estimate. We'll click confirm. And then here we are. It's already kind of jump started with the customer's information as they had filled in. So here, instead of doing a full estimate right now, I'm going to select quick evaluation. I'll click next step, or I'll verify that this all looks accurate. Click next step, verify, yep, the client is the vehicle owner, so it's all the same information. Next step. In this case, I might say, if I don't want to go scan the VIN right now, I might just say the VIN isn't available. It's a Honda CR-V, so this is going to be an SUV. I could fill in, just verify any of this information if I wanted to, but I'm just going to click through. We've already got insurance details added in here. Maybe you talk to the customer and they just haven't filed an insurance claim yet. They're trying to figure out if it makes sense for them to file an insurance claim. No problem. We don't need to pressure them at this point. We're just doing a quick evaluation. So we'll leave this information off here because they didn't provide it for us. Next step, this is where the repair level comes in. So again, we have a very quick and handy reference right here. This matches up with our video that talks about repair levels for triage and scheduling. Highly recommend you check that out if you haven't watched it already. But let's just say that this car is going to be PDR, but the hood might need replacement. So that'd be a level 2 repair level. Helps really, really nice for organization for us on the back end. We could fill out this information if we need to. It's not necessary. Let's click next step, and it's literally as simple as this. I might see this car, and based on other cars that I've seen or based on my professional opinion, I might think that this car is going to come in between $6,500 and $7,500. Now, I could be super, super specific if I want to. I could say, 65, 73, 23. If I really, really wanted to. But personally, I really like those kind of round numbers, and it's just a ballpark. You don't need to be super specific. It's just giving very general. And now under evaluation notes, I might be looking at this car and just thinking ahead a little bit. And if I just assume, hey, I might have this car come in, is there anything, since I'm looking at it right now, is there anything worth noting that I want to be sure I remember later on if this car comes back in? Or if I'm trying to schedule this one later on to close them later. Maybe I'll say hood needs replacement, and maybe I noticed there's possible cracked paint on the right roof rail. Just worth noting so we can reference these notes a little bit later on. I'm going to click next step. I could add photos in here if I want to. I'm obviously doing this on a computer. This works and functions great on a mobile device as well, like a tablet or a phone. I could add photos in here either by clicking or just dragging and dropping, and I'm not going to right now. We'll click next step. We've got all of the basic information that we have right here, and I can either click view / quick evaluation, email quick evaluation in photos if there were photos, or I could turn this in, create a full estimate. I could also save and close this. So let's just assume I'm going to save and close it for right now. Now we can see in here we have a quick evaluation as it's labeled inside of Estimator. I can open it up. I can say let's view and print the quick evaluation. There we go, just a few seconds. I can click here, and now we can see here is our quick evaluation. It looks very, very similar to the one we had before, and it puts your company's logo on it, all your company's information. We got a nice and a quick, easy to reference repair level up there. All the details that were provided by the customer are notes in this damage repair cost evaluation. At this point, I can download this file, I can print it off, hand it to the customer. I can use it at the bottom as a tool to get them on the schedule for repair or for a full estimate or whatever it is that I need from them. I can write it on this and hand it to them so they have some kind of a takeaway. I could print off a couple of these, give one to the customer, and keep one for myself that I can reference later on, which we highly recommend doing as well. Or I could email it to them or anywhere that they need. Maybe they need to email it to their husband or to their wife or whoever that is. You could do whatever you want with this quick evaluation, but now you've logged the information and you've given the customer what they need in order to help them either determine what they should do next or for you to help guide them on what they should do next. So super, super handy. It's that easy, very, very quick and easy to use. And then let's say, for example, you do close this customer and you want to create a full estimate from this point. We've made it super, super easy inside of the Dent Ops estimator. You can click it, you can click convert to full estimate, and then it's got all of the customer's information, everything that we just went through, all of these different client, owner, vehicle, insurance, conditions, all of that stuff gets pre-filled for you. You just verify that it's accurate, add any additional information if you want, and you're building an estimate for this car, being able to scope this car. So very, very quick and easy. That's the high level view of how this works. So back into our slide deck over here, let's talk about the customer journey. How does this work with everything else that we've talked about in this series, and then other things we'll also talk about in this series? So when a customer comes through your front door, one of the first things you should be thinking about doing is a quick evaluation. It's going to help you to create a rapid initial estimate for that customer, for that vehicle, and also qualify the customer. Is this going to be a real customer? Is it going to turn into a paid job? Is this customer going to commit to me? What repair level is this going to be? So how is it going to fit into my schedule and my triage process? It helps you to just identify some of these key pieces of information and decisions that you're going to need to make. Second from that, you'll do a repair agreement. Try to get the customer to sign a repair agreement, assuming they qualify as a solid lead for your shop. If the customer agrees to sign a repair agreement, that's commitment. It's a psychological commitment. We had a whole video talking about repair agreements in our template that you can use, our generator that you can use in order to create a repair agreement for your shop to use for situations exactly like this. The customer signs off that. It's a commitment, and it's also a psychological commitment. They're very likely not going anywhere, but you've covered your bases in case they do decide to cancel. At that point, you can actually write your detailed estimate, a full estimate, and process the claim and repair the vehicle. Or, if something changes, we talked about the customer workflow in a different video as well. If they decide to cash out, if it's going to be a total loss, you've got your path you can follow from that point. But the quick evaluation is really your first line of defense and your first real valuable tool to use to try to convert this customer, to lock them down and make them turn into a real customer for you and turn into a real paying job. So just to recap, using quick evaluations is super, super simple. You can access quick evaluations inside of Dent Ops Estimator in your free Dent Ops account at app.dentops.com. You can either create one from scratch yourself, or you can use the digital customer intake process that's built into Estimator for the customer to self-intake or for you to go through that intake process with them. You're going to document important information like the customer's information, vehicle information, and any insurance information if applicable. Do a quick assessment of the damage. What's the general ballpark? What are other cars coming in at that look about the same as this? Use just your professional opinion, come up with a general ballpark, create those results, then share those results. We highly recommend printing it off and physically handing it to the customer just because it's nice to have some kind of a physical, tangible takeaway. But whether that's a quick email or printing it off or a text message or whatever it is, give those results to the customer so that they can do whatever they need to with that from that point. Also keep a copy for yourself, nice and handy, so you can keep track of the leads that you have and maybe follow up with them later on. And then use that as a tool to guide the customer to the ideal next steps. After you create a quick evaluation, if the customer hasn't already filed an insurance claim, you want to help them file an insurance claim or get them to file an insurance claim as long as it's appropriate, as long as it's what makes the most sense. With hail, it typically makes sense. You also want to guide them towards signing a repair agreement because you've already given them a great benefit. You've already provided this quick evaluation to them and spent some time with them, walking them through the process, answering questions before you can do any more work with them and their claim. You've already given them that benefit up front. Now they need to do something for you. They just need to sign that repair agreement, and then you can proceed with the full estimate, which again, we made really, really easy inside of Estimator. You just click I'll show you again. You just click convert to full estimate, and boom, you're off to the races. You can write that more detailed estimate for this customer right there inside of Estimator. So let's recap or talk about the next step for success. Take action. Start using quick evaluations to cut down on time-consuming full estimates before a customer fully commits to you. Start using them today. It's super easy. It's free, built into Dent Ops Estimator. Train your team and your technicians to also do quick evaluations. Their time is also valuable. You want to leverage them to the best of their ability. Implement the process with quick evaluations and the repair agreement. Go through the customer strategy overview video that we have in this Hailstorm implementation series as well. It's super, super useful to create a lot of context around quick evaluations, repair agreements, and everything else. And then just continue through the rest of the Hailstorm implementation series. So hope this video was helpful. Again, we went over quick evaluations, especially versus full estimates, the value that it provides to your company, to your hail repair operation, and to your customers. So hope this was helpful, and we will see you in other videos in the series.